Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, where a lot of this evidence seems to be pointing at Giru, but Prosecutor Sadmonk has kind of poked a little hole in that theory. Allergic reactions to buckwheat can vary, though they're usually on the severe side. With Typhoon Tornado making soba noodles in his dressing room, Giru is lucky to still be alive considering all the soba flour that was swirling in the air. Well, yes, it certainly sounds like that. Good thing I left pretty quick. I managed to escape with just a mild reaction, but I touched Shisho as he was being carried away, and look what it did to my poor hands. There must have been soba broth on his clothes or something. Alright, what does that tell us? Soba broth on his clothes. Would that... Would the soba broth cause a reaction, though? If I'd inhaled any of that soba flour, I'd have had a seizure and it'd have been goodnight Giru. Okay. I never could have stayed in that dressing room for very long. Would she need to, though? Also, she got the crazy eyes, so that just, you know.
The person allergic to buckwheat couldn't be in a room with soba flour in the air. Certainly couldn't use soba dough as a murder weapon either.
Do I agree with that? I don't know that I do. This isn't good. You knew it would come to this, didn't you? That's why you never mentioned her allergy. As if I would do anything so underhanded. You would literally do nothing but underhanded things. I was simply trying to protect the privacy of this witness. I'm sick of all these accusations. Why don't I just testify and get it all out in the open, yeah? Oh, here we go. Well, she doesn't seem too happy. Giru's buckwheat allergy. Okay. If I come into the slightest contact with buckwheat, I get an allergic reaction. And with that much soba flour in the air, that room could have literally killed me. Look at my hand. Just touching Shisho's body caused this much damage. There must have been soba broth on his clothes. So I never could have committed that murder in the dressing room. I still can't believe it. Nobody told me she had a soba allergy. Did you know, Simon? Does it look like I knew? Protect the privacy of the witness. My foot. What a dirty trick. Now what do we do? There's only one thing to do. Put Prosecutor Sadmonk to shame with your cross-examination. Right. No matter how small, I'll find us an opening and break her testimony down. Also, sorry, I know I'm probably really behind on comments. I don't know if you can tell. I've been quite sick over the last week, so I know nothing new around here. I don't know why I'm sick all the time anymore. Like, it never used to be a thing. But hopefully I will get caught up and get to see what everyone has to say about this game, because I do enjoy reading those. You're not lying about the soba allergy of yours, right? Of course not. I swear on the grave of my father up in heaven. I can even get you a doctor's certificate if you want. Seems to be telling the truth. I've had this allergy for as long as I can remember, but I never dreamt in a million years it'd clear me of murder.
And you'll come out of this smelling like a delicate buckwheat flour to boot.
What? Oh, well said, Your Honor. Okay. I'll give you that there's quite a bit of flour scattered about in that dressing room, but you went in to pay your respects to your master regardless, right? Yeah, but like I said, I came right back out. I mean, the soda making tools were right there. You better believe I was careful not to breathe any of it in. But you still could have committed this crime if you'd held your breath while doing it. Don't be ridiculous. I would have suffocated to death before Shisho did. Yeah, I guess you're right. Jeez, get a grip, will ya? Maybe there's a twist here, like you're actually allergic to dogs and not soba? You kidding? Bring my little Jigamu in here. I'll hug and squeeze him like there's no tomorrow. I'm Tanya. I have a genuine, honest-to-goodness soba allergy. Defense, the witness clearly has an authentic allergy to buckwheat. Any further deliberation on the matter would be meaningless, pointless, worthless. Would you like to throw another adjective in there? You heard the man, lawyer girl. All right, fine. I was just starting to think the same thing myself. Doesn't mean I have to like it, though. I probably got this allergic reaction on my hand here because I touched Shisho.
Hold it!
I have a question about that, actually. If you're allergic to soba, does that mean you're allergic to the noodle broth, too? Well, the buckwheat from the noodles can dissolve in the broth, so duh. Touching soba broth can be just as deadly for me. Don't you know anything? What an amateur. I'm sorry. Do I look like a doctor to you? Look, anything that has soba in it or anything that has touched soba is like poison to me. Wait.
Hold it!
In the dressing room, though. So I just want to cover all my bases, but could the murder possibly occurred somewhere other than the dressing room?
Objection.
Yeah, we kind of established that pretty well. That is out of the question. By even asking, you show your complete disregard for all we have discussed until now.
Yes, I have to agree. The defense can't go around suggesting new premises without basis.
Unfortunately for you, Shisho didn't take a single step from his dressing room around the time of the murder. Well, that is unfortunate for everyone. Uh-oh. Hiru could not have possibly committed this crime in a room where soba was being made. Hold on. Finally, the time has come for the last rites of the victim to begin. What would Mr. Wright do at a time like this? Turn it around! Off gets, there's only one thing to do! What are you smiling about? Has the pressure overwhelmed you? Nope. It's just the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I see, you have no rebuttal, and so the only thing left to you is to smile. Oh, that's where you're wrong. I do have a rebuttal. There we go. Turn your thinking around, Athena. Don't try to figure out how Giro, who is allergic to soba, could commit the crime. Figure out how Giro could be in that room and not have an allergic reaction instead. Miresha, maybe if I were a lump of regular flour dough. Oh, wow! For udon noodles, that's what he was making. I'm fresh like my soba. You don't let soba dough rest. It's all about... I knew it! I said at the beginning, I wanted that stored somewhere. Because that was going to be... Oh, grind the buckwheat fresh, cut the dough fresh, boil. Yeah! I knew it! I knew that was the key to the whole case. I don't think we need this part. I already got the part that I need. Pearson, allow me to read it. Resting, do not disturb. It's a note I saw. After reading that, who wouldn't think Shisho was napping? I'm allergic to buckwheat. Mon Dieu! What if that certain piece of evidence doesn't mean what we think it means? If that's the case, I might be able to prove that Giru could have committed this crime. No matter how hard you search your mind, you cannot overturn facts.
Well, Miss Sykes, if you have no further objections, I'll hand down my ruling.
True, I can't overturn facts, but what if we got our facts about a piece of evidence wrong? Got our facts wrong? What are you talking about now?
Which piece of evidence do you mean, Miss Sykes? Please point it out to this court.
This evidence proves that Kira could have killed her master even with her soba allergy. No. It's that, right? Right? It's Master Tornado's note.
The note?
Preposterous. No. What possible connection could there be between the witness's allergy and that note? The answer lies in the true meaning of this note.
This true meaning?
This note does not mean I am resting do not disturb as we had assumed. But rather it actually means this dough is resting do not disturb it. Wait a minute, Athena, that doesn't make any sense. It does! Because he wasn't making soba. You're right, it doesn't. After all, as Bucky told us many times, you don't let soba dough rest. What's all this jibber jabber got to do with anything? This is it, the home stretch. Yes! This note and Mr. West's words have led me to the conclusion that Mr. Tornado was making udon noodles. The victim, Typhoon Tornado, was not making buckwheat noodles. He was making ordinary udon noodles instead. Polkunka. That layer of flour in the dressing room wasn't soba flour, but plain old wheat flour for udon. There we go. So actually, it was totally possible for Giru to be in that room and kill her master. Nah. Oh.
What? But if that's true, it changes everything.
Your Honor, the defense requests that the flour in the room be tested immediately. What? No objection. But soba noodles were found in the bowl, and Giru did have a reaction on her hand. Could you explain those things? Because she put the soba noodles in the bowl. Well... Even were it udon flour instead of soba, you still cannot prove Giru committed the crime. But... Don't lose your nerve now. Keep charging forward or you'll feel my blade at your back. Enough with the threats already, I got it! Talk about pressure. Alright, Athena, take a deep breath and go over everything again. Oh, we have to... Whoa. Okay. What? I'm going to revisualize the case from start to finish. I have to find conclusive evidence that Giru committed this murder. I was kind of... He was making udon. I thought maybe there'd be another person involved. By my logic, Master Tornado must have been making udon noodles in his dressing room, but something at the crime scene indicates otherwise. Soba. There was soba in the bowl. Even though the master wasn't making soba, soba noodles were found at the scene. So that means the noodles had to have come from somewhere. Wait a minute, one mysterious serving of soba noodles. That sounds familiar. From the master's soba stock, right? Yeah. The soba noodles found at the scene were from the master's stock of uncooked noodles. But then why would the culprit go out of her way to cook that soba and put it in the bowl? Misdirection. Why did the culprit, she liked soba, to hide the udon dough? Soba was found at the scene, so that means the culprit must have taken the udon with her to hide it. But why did the culprit take the udon away to hide it? It must have been because she had a grudge against udon. Killed him with the udon dough. Ooh. The murder weapon was udon dough. That's it. The udon dough was the real weapon used to kill Typhoon Tornado. And the reason why no weapon was found is because Giru got rid of the dough somehow. Somehow. I feel like we're going to need to prove that. The real murder weapon was the udon dough the victim made. If we can find this dough, that'll prove my theory correct. And undeniably prove Giru's guilt. Oh! I know where it is. Or rather, why we'll never find it. Even if we could find this dough, what makes you think it would prove she is the one? Please recall Owen's eyewitness testimony Prosecutor Sanmari. If the injury on Giru's forehead was caused by the victim's knife, then Giru's blood must have dripped down onto the dough used as the murder weapon. That would make the dough pretty conclusive evidence, wouldn't you agree? Ah, but where is this conclusive evidence? Let us hear your theory on where this murder weapon is. Well, I can't find the answer in the evidence I have on hand. We'll lose this trial. So how did Giru get rid of the udon dough? Think, Athena, what do I have that points to suspicious behavior on Giru's part? I know!
Now then, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer. Ooh, where is the real murder weapon hidden?
Nice bargain you did there. I assume you have the bite to back it up. No, that's a clue right there. Stop distracting me, especially not right now. No, bark and bite. This piece of evidence can point us to the location of the hidden murder weapon. Now, where did that go? Oh, wait. Gigu was outside feeding her dog a number of dumplings. The dog buried his leftovers in the yard! Bam! Giru! Huh? What is it? I'm just an innocent girl. I don't know anything about murder. Stop that cute act in your balloon hat. Giru got rid of the dough she used to kill Master Tornado in a bold and daring way. She did it right in front of Prosecutor Blackwell's nose by feeding it to her dog. No, Of course, now it all makes sense. This puzzles why Giru, who should know her own dog's eating habits, would feed Jigamu more than he could possibly finish. Your Honor, please order an investigation of the yard right now.
What should the police at the theater be looking for exactly?
Jigamu must have buried his leftover dumplings somewhere around his doghouse. Dumplings that Giru made out of the udon dough with her blood in it. This is preposterous. I want to thank you, Simon. If you hadn't kept me going, I might have given up along the way. What are you blathering on about? You still have work to do. Now, by your hand, finish this wretched case off, Athena. You got it! Giru, do you remember what you said would happen when the truth is finally revealed? When the truth's revealed, it'll be your balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it? Well, now the truth is out, and it looks to me like it's your balloon that goes pop. KO. Got him. I'm a Rakugo artist. I was the one who was supposed to inherit that name. But then Shisho... Wait, what? Why are my balloons bursting? Daddy, are you mad at me? I've been a bad girl. Alright. Oh. That was a wig. Okay. Are you ready to tell us everything now, Giru? The whole reason I entered the world of Rakugo in the first place was to follow in my father's wonderful footsteps and inherit his stage name. His stage name? You don't mean... Innuendo Tornado. I knew I wasn't very good at storytelling, but I thought that if I did this stupid balloon thing like Shisho wanted, I'd inherit the name someday. But Master Tornado gave the name to his junior disciple. Yeah, that's why I took my revenge on Shisho during the show celebrating the name succession. So that was your entire motive? I doubt anyone else could understand, but inheriting my father's name was everything to me. It was my whole reason for living. All the days you could have taken your revenge. Why did you choose the day of the show? Because I wanted to pay Yuendo back for stealing what was rightfully mine. I wanted to pin the blame on him at the show where all of the Tornado fans were gathered. But then Yuendo tried to shift the blame onto Bucky Wet, and now we know the whole story. Just one more thing I want to know. Did you know Master Tornado was making udon in his dressing room yesterday? No, I didn't. When I saw the soba making tools, I was worried about my allergy. But it was my only chance to get my revenge on the two of them, so I went ahead and did it. It was a premeditated crime, but in the end, you only went through with it on impulse. Then, the allergic reaction on your hand. Is it from touching the soba in the refrigerator with your bare hands when you were tampering with the crime scene after your master's death? Yeah, by that time I wasn't clear-headed enough to worry about my allergy. Giru, how could you do all this, you idiot? Giru, I get your desire to inherit your father's name. But you really should have inherited from him wasn't his name, but his heart. His heart?
Do you have anything to add, Prosecutor Sanmati, and any objections?
No, Your Honor. Miss Athena Sykes. Yes, it's the first time he's used my name. I shall be sure to remember your name. Please don't. Really? Seems he finally recognizes you as a proper adversary. Thanks. That's all I ask, Prosecutor Sanmati.
Looks like there are no further objections. Bailiff, please bring the defendant, assuming he's not dead. Or passed out. Good, it seems you made a full recovery. Now then, this court finds the defendant, Bucky Wet.
Not guilty. We win. And he barely participated, which was probably for the best. Good. Good, he's getting confetti rained down on him.
The court is adjourned.
May 13th, 11:55 a.m. District Court. Yep. Congratulations, Bucky. I'm so glad you were found innocent. Thanks for everything, Miss Chickadee. But it still sucks that you're accused of a crime you didn't commit. Did Yuendo have it out for you or something? I don't think so. Yuendo said it was spur of the moment idea when he saw the Soba-themed cards. Simon, where have you been? He stopped at Yuendo's questioning. Only you, Bucky, could get framed for a crime on a whim. No way. I almost got convicted out of convenience. Well, at least you've been completely cleared of all charges, so buck up, Bucky. On a more important note, what I really want to know is, why didn't Master Tornado let Giru inherit her father's name? What do you mean, on a more important note, Miss Chickadee? Don't be such a wet blanket. Just go with the flow. Now, come on. You think the master was trying to encourage her to quit the entertainment business? No, that's not it. He didn't give the name to her because he wanted Giru to find her own calling in life. To perform whatever she wanted without being bound by her father's name or Rakugo. Making udon was his way of showing his support for her in her new endeavor. So that's why he calls you to the theater, huh? To teach him how to make udon? A roundabout way I've never seen, but that's Master Tornado for you. So this entire incident happened because of a misunderstanding? How sad. By the way, Giru wasn't the only person Master Tornado was trying to cheer on, even though the person in question still seems unaware of the Master's intentions. What? You talking about me? Come on, no way. All that old man ever did was criticize my soba. That's not true, Bucky. Must be a way to make Bucky see just how much Master Tornado cared about him. Is it the...
Take that!
Yeah. Take a good look, Bucky. Whose name is on there as the holder of this title deed? It's in my name. Master Tornado was just up to one of his tricks when he said he stole the shop from you. He was trying to force you to grow into a truly capable owner in your father's stead. He probably used some tough love on you so that the shop wouldn't just go belly up. I see. I never knew. Oh, Master Tornado. I'm so sorry. Keep working hard, Bucky, and pay him back by living up to his expectations. Thanks, Simey. And you too, Miss Chickadee. One day my soba's gonna be so good, it'll knock that old man's socks clean off. After all, I'm the 4th generation owner of wet soba. Wet noodle number 4. Well, I better get back to my shop. I gotta get ready for the lunch rush. Hold on. Can I place an order for delivery, Bucky? Yes, Miss Chickadee. Could you deliver a bowl of udon to Giru on behalf of her master? You got it. I'll make sure it's got all the TLC Master Tornado would have packed in it, too. Thank you. Well, see ya. Be sure to drop by the shop sometime. I will, and I'll bring the whole agency with me. You're all proud, Bucky. I'll have the best soba in town waiting for you when you come. Peace out. Ah, it's nice to see somebody giving it their all, isn't it? I wonder if I leveled up any thanks to this case. Don't kid yourself. The trial would have been a spectacle and a half had I not been by your side. You don't know that. For a lawyer who's versed in psychology, you're too full of weak points. You need to learn to analyze yourself more objectively. Or you could just teach me your famous mind tricks, Simon. No. Way to shut someone down, and why not? Because the more pesky lawyers there are, the harder my job becomes. So it's in my best interest for you to remain green forever. Hey, what about what's in my best interest, huh? Besides, weren't you the one who had the wool pulled over your eyes by Uendo? Must remind me. I could have known Uendo would do time soba. Hey, speaking of time soba, I just thought of something funny. Oh, goody, I can't wait. Okay, here it is. In time soba, why didn't mon number 9 get counted? Come on, do you know, Simon? How should I know? Because 7, 8, 9. Thank you, I'll be here all week. That I should have known. Come on, let's get soba or something and go home. Your treat? I'll treat you to 50% of the tab, and don't forget you still owe me for that manju. Really, Simon? It wouldn't hurt for you to pay for me every once in a while, you know. Quit squawking and start walking, Athena. Hey, wait for me! I may still have a ways to go as a lawyer, but just like Mr. Wright, Apollo, and Simon before me, I'm going to get there someday. After all, I've inherited their passion for our courts and the law. Je peux le faire. I can do this. Alright. That was awesome. Like, for a case that was entirely within one day with no investigation, that was freaking awesome. And there wasn't anything in particular that seemed like unfair, like, oh, how would I get to this point? Like, you know almost all the players pretty early on. You have almost all the evidence pretty early on. Like everything you're going to present anyway. Like it's all there. That was a really good case. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.